Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jack from the Cardboard Herald, and we're doing something a little bit different today. This is me recording the N-bit audio to our TCbH Reviews podcast, where normally I talk about little extra thoughts about the game and additional thoughts about making the review, whatever it is, except this is in video form, and that's in podcast form, and it's normally about a written form. It's all very complicated, but the point is that today this is a video that will also supply the audio for the end of our TCbH Reviews podcast, featuring Ethnos, one of my favorite games, one of the critical hits of 2017, so saith the Cardboard Herald, aka me. Well, I guess Luke was also in on that, but the Cardboard Herald's critical hits of 2017 included Ethnos nonetheless. So this review was a trip to go back over and read because I still 100% stick by how incredible Ethnos is and think that it is a modern classic that is deserving of so much more accolades, so many more accolades than it actually got. Here's the deal, is I think that this game, whether by intent or by accident, is an incredible subversion of fantasy area control gaming. And it is wonderful in how it delivers that. From the artwork juxtaposed with the little tiny lightning skittle discs to the whole idea that it's a race versus a attack game in how you're actually competing over the territories, how it's like a 40-minute game that looks like it has the shell of like a 3-hour game. That is all very cool. And at the time that this came out, I didn't have, Hunt for the Ring, another one of our critical hits of 2017. And so this was the most Tolkien-esque game that I could get my hands on that played a high player count that could deliver the feeling, the oeuvre of this epic high fantasy, yet in a very short period of time. And yeah, there are some other great area control fantasy games. I mean, the elephant in the room is Small World, because that is the other really lightweight, friendly, approachable fantasy area control game. But at the same time, Small World is more silly. It pokes fun at itself. It doesn't have the self-serious nature that Ethnos has, while at the same time being self-aware, or hopefully self-aware, of what it was enough to kind of, again, subvert your expectations. So it was cool going back and seeing that I still completely agree with whoever wrote that review. In other words, me, but it feels way smarter than me because I sound a lot smarter when I'm actually writing my words instead of just rambling on like I am to you right now. Now, the other thing about this review that I thought was worth talking about is I really struggled with how I wanted to discuss that grandiosity of the idea of subverting a classic fantasy area control gaming trope. I was like, God, do I just sound pompous and just like I'm some art critic going like, oh, this subverts all of your expectations that you have for the genre? And I decided, you know what? Be authentic. Go with it. If that's how I interpret the game, then that's what I want to go with. Because I go into games to enjoy them. I don't go into games to criticize them. I want to get the best out of a game. And this game totally felt like how I imagined playing bigger war games as a kid when I'd see all these cool packages at the store, and eventually I would play them and they would deliver notes and feelings and tones that I kind of grew tired of over time. And while I still will just sit down and play some Game of Thrones 2nd edition with some friends if I have all the time in the world and I feel like I'm up to feeling like I completely betrayed all of my friends and feeling guilty over a win that was probably me just taking the advantage over someone else's stupid move, or more likely than anything else, just completely getting flattened. Well, yeah, I still love doing that, but it's not fitting into my daily life that often. It's not part of my routine schedule. And so this is just a cool thing that delivers what has the tones, the oeuvre of that big experience into a much teeny tinier, smaller package. And that's cool. That's great. I play it at a coffee shop. I talk about that a lot, where I like games that feel big, but I can play it at a coffee shop because I spend a lot of time at coffee shops. At least once a week, I'm gaming at a coffee shop here in Juneau. And so I want something that can fit that niche, and even better if it actually feels, instead of just aping something bigger, it feels tonally like something bigger. The other thing that is worth noting about my experience with Ethnos is maybe the only aspect of it that I've grown more tired of, and that's that certain races don't always work well, or some races play together better than others. I still like the game no matter what combinations come out. I do advise that people, when experienced, play with random setups, taking the cards that are just gray bordered and they are one of each race, and coming up with your own random setups. But there is a little bit of curation that might occasionally need to happen if you're playing with something like elves plus wizards plus centaurs. Then no cards are ever going to hit the market, or people are just going to make frustrating combos, or I guess wizards aren't necessarily part of that, but elves and centaurs and fairies, the promo race. And that's another thing. I try not to hate on promos. I appreciate promos, but a whole nother race as promos, I can't get behind that. That's kind of, whatever. I wish fairies had been packed inside of the game. They're cool. They're not absolutely game-changing, but still making something exclusive that gamers out there really want to buy, that they really want to get their hands on, but it's something that's only available at exclusive conventions, or for backers, or for certain portions of the population. Not a fan. Power to the people. Put it into people's hands. Put it back up on BGG so that way people can support Board Game Geek. That's what I'm saying. Make it available to the masses. Hear me, Cool Mini or not? All of my power as a Cardboard Herald host, I think that you should bow to my whims and make sure fairies are available to everyone. Well, that said, I'm in a position of privilege. I have fairies, but I had to get them at a convention, just like everyone else. And yeah, so that's it. I still really like this game. I think the review is kind of the evolution of what I wanted the Cardboard Herald to be, where it was commentary on not just is a game good or bad, but why? Why is this game cool? Why is it of value? Because that's very authentic and true to who I am. I want to find why I value something, and I nearly always try to find the value in something or someone. That doesn't mean that I'm automatically saying something is good. I don't find everything good, but I try to find what is of value, what is of worth, what is worth discussing, what is interesting about any individual person, place, or thing, in this case, a board game. So that is my additional thoughts on Ethnos. This video may be completely hated by everyone. It's just a rambling mess that no one wants to put up with. And maybe this is a video that you absolutely adore. I want to know in the comments if this is something worthwhile, something that is of interest to you. I definitely do much more put together reviews, both in video and written form, that you can definitely experience. If you want to hear the review that I was talking about, you can find it on TCbH Reviews, which is on Google and iTunes and Stitcher and all the podcasting stuff. You can also find it on our website, cardboardherald.com, as well as the written version. And this video itself is just kind of an experiment in my continuing documentation of my experience and review thoughts and journaling. I don't know, vlogging? I guess I'm vlogging. Congratulations. Welcome to the Cardboard Herald vlog. But if you don't like this crap, there's always the much more structured stuff. I never pretended this was anything but my rambling. So welcome to the Cardboard Herald. Let me know what you think. Let me know what games you want to see reviewed. Let me know what you thought of the review, and please do all the social media stuff. If you found this of help, if you found this charming, if you found this likable, then do all the stuff. Share, like, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. That helps us out a ton. And go check out the other stuff. I've been Jack for the Cardboard Herald. Huge fan of Ethnos, and you keep on gaming.